Hey everybody, happy Thursday. For those of you that are new, my name is Susan. I'm a freelance fiction editor specializing in science fiction, fantasy, and romance. If you can believe it, we are already heading into June, so let's talk about what should be on your TBR this coming month. First up, we have My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. It's no surprise that Tessa Bailey is on my TBR for this month. If you've been following this channel for any length of time, you know she is an absolute auto-buy for me. But this book I'm mentioning especially because it is being pitched as a spicy murder mystery, which is definitely a different vibe than her usual rom-com type story that we've been seeing do so well right now. So I'm really excited to see what she does with this, because taking her usual humor and spice but adding in the tension and pacing of a murder mystery, I think is just going to be absolutely phenomenal. So I cannot wait to get my hands on this, and it is out June 6th. Next is Blood and Moonlight by Erin Beaty. This is a fantasy murder mystery about a young orphan with magical powers who is helping a genius catch a serial killer. So it sort of feels like the usual orphan trope in fantasy, but mixed with Sherlock Holmes, so I am here for it. Actually, this month's recommendations has weirdly a lot of orphans. I'm not quite sure what it is about June that all the books that I liked had orphans, but we're going with it. Anyway, my one question mark on this story is that the main character's powers is that she can find the flaw in this holy building or holy city that's being built before anybody is harmed. And the way that the copy is written, it sounds like that's a really bad thing and that's something that she needs to hide from everybody. And I'm not sure I understand the logic in that, because I feel like that'd be something that would be coveted. Like, people would want her to be on their team to find the flaws before anybody else realizes it or anybody else gets killed. And I'm not quite sure how that connects with the serial killer. I'm intrigued because it's different. It's not your usual, hey, I've got, fire powers and I need to hide it from everybody. So I'm definitely excited to read it. I'll just be intrigued to see how they make the logic work and add the tension in to a power that has to do with architecture, structure versus, magical powers or anything like that. So very interested to see, and this is out June 28th. Next is Rise of the Vicious Princess by CJ Redwine. This is the first book in a fantasy political duology where a young princess, after the queen, her mother, is murdered, has to take over to try and stop the evil from invading her kingdom. To do that, she becomes a ruthless princess by day. Or is she a queen? It said princess in the copy, but if the queen died, I feel like she would be the queen. I'm not sure. The copy said princess, so maybe there's some sort of like regent situation going on there. Anyway, she becomes a ruthless princess by day, and she has to become a smuggler at night, hunting the seas for their enemies. I love this. I am always a sucker for a book where the main character has to disguise herself to sort of either infiltrate or fight back or do something that's against her nature or what people are allowing her to do. But this especially, there's been sort of a slow growing trend of pirates and smugglers and sirens and really fantasy sort of more on the sea that's been on the rise for a while now, and I am thrilled to see that it is continuing because I'm really enjoying all of the books that I've been reading like that. And this book especially feels like sort of a good mix of both. You have the political fantasy on land and by sea, so you're getting the mix of both worlds. So I'm really excited to read it. This is out June 14th. Finally, we have Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. This is a historical fantasy set in Victorian London about two orphans, again, I told you, lots of orphans, with mystery powers that are being hunted by a man of smoke. This sounds like it's partially noir, partially historical, partially dark fantasy, and a little bit of everything all mixed into this crazy pot of goodness. So I cannot wait to see what the author does with it, and it comes with a lot of really phenomenal author quotes like Joe Hill and Alma Katsu, who I absolutely adore, so if they loved it, I have to pick it up. This book comes out on June 7th, although you can already go on Amazon now. They released like a special sneak peek back in April, so I highly recommend you go check it out now. What are you reading this month? Tell me, are there any amazing books that I missed that I need to add to my TBR? Don't forget to check back in next week as we continue through Michael Haig's 6-stage plot structure, diving into the second half with the next stage of Higher Stakes and Complications. And until next week, keep reading.